piece that has been skyrocketing up the Packers depth chart. Who am I talking about? I'm going to break that down for you guys in this video. Please take a second to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's jump into it. Which Packer player is skyrocketing up the depth chart? We're talking about Bretton Cox Jr. If you don't know who that is, we're going to introduce him to you in this video, but it says right here in this article that Bretton Cox put together a strong showing during off-season programs, of course, referring to OTAs and minicamp, particularly during the two-day minicamp. And one of those practices, he had two really nice pass rush reps against Jordan Morgan and former first-round pick Andre Dillard, where he used his power to get each tackle off balance and then made his way to the quarterback. Cox's power pass rush moves will look even better once the pads come on and he can use that ability to its full effect. None of that is surprising you if you understand and know who Bretton Cox Jr. is. This dude put together quite a showcase in college for Georgia and Florida. He racked up 34 tackles for loss and 15 sacks. This guy, when you start talking about the term havoc, he creates it. Jeff Hafley has already said he wants to create chaos and disruption and havoc at the line of scrimmage. Bretton Cox Jr. is one of those guys that did that in college, and I can easily see him doing that a lot this season. In fact, I see this guy moving up the depth chart quite a bit to see significant amount of playing time. Of course, not becoming a starter on this Packer roster, but because when you've got guys that are setting the edge like Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness, who is just, improving dramatically from year one to year two that we've already been hearing Matt LaFleur say. But you also have JJ Kingsley-Enagbare, and then you've got Bretton Cox Jr., a guy that is showcasing what he can do already in minicamp. Excited to see what he can do in training camp. But man, when you're talking about depth at that position, it's a good problem to have for the Packers. So his scouting report, Bretton Cox's scouting report coming out of college was just, he's physical and strong to the point of attack to set the edge against offensive tackles as a run defender. Also refuses to get blocked in one-on-one situations with tight ends. Uses his hands well as a run defender with great placement to get under the blocker's pads. He has strength and stands up the blocker and to get great leverage. He's strong and violent when shedding. I love that about him. He's certainly got that edge to him. He sets up the pass rush moves well by getting to square during the stem phase to get two-way go. Good power rusher overall, and with an impressive one-arm stab move, and then can put offensive tackles on skates, as he kind of showed and showcased in the two-day minicamp. There he can get those tackles off balance and put them on skates, as it's saying. He does that. He has flashes of just greatness out there, is what it says. His bull rush is fantastic. So Bretton Cox Jr., look for him come training camp near the end of the month to just go out there, showcase what this guy can do. As you know, again, this guy can do a whole lot out there when we start talking about what he was able to accomplish in college and how that's going to translate into the pros. Being year two on this Packer squad with defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, I think his skill set is only going to marry very well with Jeff Hafley's system there. I think you're going to hear that a lot with some of the defenders the Packers have, because I think Brian Gutekunst did a brilliant job building this defensive team there. They just were lacking the leadership in Joe Barry. So Jeff Hafley, look for him to turn around this defense in a lot of categories. But I think Bretton Cox Jr. could be one of those guys that has an impact on this Packer team this year. Leave your comments. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, go Pack Go.